today I'm pleased to stand here with my colleagues from Washington State and from Oregon to announce this bipartisan package of measures that represent an innovative way forward in forest and energy policy. These bills, as both Congressman Walden and Congressman Baird explained, will reduce wildfire risk, incentivize sound forest management and use of woody biomass as a source of renewable energy, and create jobs in rural communities in their districts and in western South Dakota. Taken together, I'm convinced that these pieces of legislation will not only produce healthier forests and reduce wildfire risk, but complement efforts in the 2007 Energy Bill and jumpstart our nation's effort to become truly energy independent. Each of us today are supporting all of the legislation being announced today, but I have the honor of reintroducing the Healthy Forest Restoration Amendments Act, bipartisan and common sense legislation that will strengthen the existing tools available to federal forest managers to bring our most diseased and fire-prone forests back to health. Congressman Walden has been a true leader in this legislation, and he helped write the original Healthy Forest Restoration Act, the landmark forest health legislation that established the foundation that the bill I'm introducing today will build upon. So I'm especially pleased to be working with him on this important issue. In 2003, Congress passed the Bipartisan Healthy Forest Restoration Act, HFRA, to enable managers of public lands to mitigate the risk posed by wildfire to local communities. This law represented a critical first step in updating federal forest management policy. But as the limitation of this law have revealed themselves, over the past few years, it's become increasingly clear that HFRA needs to be improved. In South Dakota's Black Hills, pine beetles have affected over 200,000 acres since the 1990s, killing over 100,000 new trees each year. Nationally, federal land managers estimate that approximately 190 million acres of federal forest lands are at unnaturally high risk of catastrophic wildfire and large-scale insect and disease outbreaks due to unhealthy forest conditions. While HFRA has helped in South Dakota, since HFRA was signed into law in 2003, over 40 million acres have burned across our nation, an area nearly the size of the entire state of South Dakota, or north, as Congressman Walden mentioned. Clearly, more must be done, which is why we need to make absolutely certain that federal forest managers have the tools they need to proactively address the threat of wildfire, disease, and insect infestation to our forests and the local communities that depend on them. The Healthy Forest Restoration Amendments Act, again, bipartisan legislation that we're introducing today, will do exactly that by making important clarifications to existing law. This bill ensures land managers can use expedited HFRA procedures to protect infrastructure in rural communities from the threat of wildfire and to address infestation of disease or insects, such as the mountain pine beetle, through fuels reduction projects. The bill improves efficiency by allowing land managers to conduct necessary connected actions such as weed management, tree planting, road work, and other important projects when using the HFRA National Environmental Policy Act process for fuels reduction projects. The bill also removes the arbitrary 20 million acre limitation included in HFRA while protecting existing HFRA withdrawn areas and designated wilderness, so these tools can be utilized whenever they are needed. Finally, the bill improves HFRA procedures for fuels reduction in areas where a community wildfire protection plan is in place. Written in the same bipartisan spirit as the original HFRA law, the bill we introduce today takes another important step toward improving the management of federal forests and halting the growing crisis in our forests and forest communities. It's my hope that the House will act quickly to approve this badly needed legislation, and I'd like to thank my colleagues again for joining together in this effort and supporting this bill and the other bill in the package, and now I'll turn things back over to Congressman Walden.
Thank you. And now let's hear from